Welcome back to Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard. We back in the house. All right, some of y'all gonna see this. Well, most of y'all gonna see this on Saturday. Some of y'all gonna see this on Sunday. So we all know what happened. All right. Friday afternoon, they dropped the bombshell. And I'm recording this on Friday night, but you ain't gonna see it till tomorrow or today, Saturday. But bombshell. All right, bombshell. They had told us, all right, that, and if you hear some stuff in the background, sorry about that. Walls is thin. All right, so yeah, outside is a bunch of noise and people shouting and music and anything like that. So if you hear stuff, sorry, it is what it is. Let's get more subscribers. I get up out of where I'm at. But anyway, this money. Anyway, all right. Anyway, back to what I want to say. He told us that Deshaun Watson. All right, and if you read the title, you already know where I'm going. Deshaun Watson was going to either be picking the Saints or the Falcons. He had told the Panthers, y'all ain't in the running. He had told Cleveland, y'all ain't in the running. Baker Mayfield, all right, Baker Mayfield, we're going to discuss this real quick because Baker Mayfield has been in his feelings, all right? He heard that they wanted Deshaun Watson, all right? He's supposedly married to the Browns, and the Browns got caught, getting another girl's number, all right? Or another guy's number if it's opposite, whatever. Okay. Got caught getting a number, so, it was leading to cheating, all right? Turns out they proposed, okay? But that's after the fact. He gets upset. He in his feelings, all right? He want to move on. Meanwhile, Tua had to deal with what Baker dealt with for 12 hours for a whole year and save face. Now, privately, we don't know what Tua was going through, all right? He might have been going through some things. He might have been lashing out. But publicly, all right, he didn't say nothing. He had to answer questions about this. Baker ain't had to answer no questions about this stuff. Tua had to answer questions about it. Like Tua was asked every week. You know what I'm saying? Leading up until the trade deadline. And even a couple weeks after that, he was still answering questions about that. And he kept it professional. For 12 hours, Baker couldn't keep it professional. The man had to send out tweets. Had his agent talking. We ain't coming back. Now it come out, oh, Deshaun Watson ain't coming here. Well, we want to trade. We ain't coming back. And the Browns are like, sorry, excuse us? Yeah, you're not going anywhere. And then they still gonna get Deshaun Watson after that. Savage. But anyway, Deshaun Watson picked them, all right? Deshaun Watson said, I want to go there. I want to go to that team. Houston, I'll open up my trade, whatever, to that team only. Make it happen. Bada bing, bada boom. They send over 3 first-round picks, a second-round pick, a Rolls Royce, a G-Wagon, a GT63, a Maybach. They sent over a whole bunch of stuff for Deshaun Watson in a 4th-round pick, I believe it is. They got the entire bag, all right, in Houston. And Cleveland got the entire bag themselves, all right? And they also gave the entire bag to Deshaun Watson. 5 years, $230, every penny guaranteed. And that's not all right? Wait, there's more. This next coming season, this is the strategic thing they did for him that he wouldn't have got if he came to Miami, okay? Because we were going to get him before we even knew anything. And we decided to wait. And we decided not to go after him after that, after waiting, and we didn't even get a chance at him. But if he would have came to us, it was probably going to be on the original deal, and this wouldn't have been part of it if it was on the original deal. He only gets paid $1 million in base next year. Dang, that's low. Why does that matter? Well, first of all, he got money up front, so he's good. He doesn't need that money. Second off, if they decide to hit him with a 6-game suspension just because of conduct detrimental, or some crazy thing like that, comes out of $1 million split over 17 or 18 weeks, however you want to split it up. Whatever the amount, it ain't enough for him to be crying about. So that's smart, okay? That's all it is. It's just smart business. They gave him a fully guaranteed contract like Kirk Cousins been getting for years. He got more guaranteed money than everybody else. All right, Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes, everybody. All right, everybody. Now he's going to the Cleveland Browns. Why am I talking about Deshaun Watson going to the Cleveland Browns when he has nothing to do with Miami? I'm glad you asked that question. Here's why I'm talking about Deshaun Watson. He decided to stay in the AFC. The two teams we thought he was going to were in the NFC. Wasn't going to have to worry about Deshaun Watson. Guess what? He went to the Cleveland Browns. He's in the AFC North. We got to worry about Deshaun Watson. Guess when? This coming season, we have to worry about Deshaun Watson if he doesn't get suspended, or even if he's suspended, he plays later in the season against the Dolphins. So we have to worry about Deshaun Watson. Not only Deshaun Watson, but everybody else. I wanted to cover this Deshaun Watson bit and cover my overall point of free agency and everything that's been going on at the same time. All right, because they do coincide somewhat, some way. We have Tua Tagovailoa going forward. A lot of people are upset because Tua is going to be our quarterback moving forward rather than Deshaun Watson, who most feel, or many feel, not most, it should have been. All right? At this point, we already know the deal's done. There's no chance of getting Deshaun Watson unless we go give the Cleveland Cavaliers, might as well be, right? It's like they got LeBron over there now. The Cleveland Browns 6 first-round picks and 3 seconds or something. It'd probably be crazy. The price doubles. We're stuck in some people's minds, all right, with Tua. Here's what I have to say to y'all. Deshaun Watson being in the AFC East. All the other teams getting better in the AFC East. I say in the AFC East. In the AFC is what I meant to say, not AFC East, but AFC. Don't matter. All that stuff don't matter. If Tua becomes who he's supposed to become, we'll be fine. If the coaches can coach these players up on the squad that we already currently got, all right, who we can't give up on. You can't give up on Austin Jackson, who had a decent first year sophomore slump. Can't give up on Eichenberg, who should be a right tackle, by the way, all right, and didn't even want to play left tackle, said he was a right tackle. Can't give up on him just yet. Can't give up on Dieter, who started his first time at center. Can't give up on Hunt because he's probably the best lineman we had last year, even though he was average. Can't give up on these guys. We're not talking about straight up bust yet. We're not. All right, we're not. Especially when you have a new coaching regime on offense coming in. All of these guys are known for building offensive lines and a run game. Give them a chance. Give them a chance. I'm not saying that we shouldn't go out and sign the best tackle there is. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if they don't, it don't matter. We got a new coaching regime in there. Let's see what they can do with them. All right, let's see what they can do. Let's see what Mike McDaniel could bring out of Tua. Let's see. Let's find out. All right, if Tua turns out he's going to be the man, with that defense we got, we should be able to play in any game this upcoming season besides possibly the Buffalo Bills because they just got our number, and hopefully even with them. All right, everybody else I'm not too worried about. Y'all say Deshaun Watson, right, going to Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, all right, was with Houston 2 years ago. What did they do? Nothing. They were 4-12. They were sorry. All right, and he was playing on the team. He played the whole year. Now, granted, he had a great year. All right, he had a great year. Excellent year. So it's not that he's sorry, but just because he's on the Cleveland Browns doesn't mean that they're going to the Super Bowl or going to the playoffs. All right, we got to stop with this. Doesn't mean that also every other team that got better, supposedly, in free agency is automatically going to the playoffs. There's so many years that we led the free agency in free agent signing and signing the big splash guys, and it amounted to nothing. You think that can't happen with some of these teams that are going for broke? All right, teams like the Chargers, Burrow and them boys. You think that they're automatically a shoe into the playoffs just because? No, that's not how the NFL works, guys. We got to calm that down. Just because we got all these guys coming to the AFC and the AFC stronger than it ever was before doesn't mean that Tua and the little old Dolphins can't get pushed all the way to the top because everything just came together right. We had the right amount of injuries or lack thereof, the coaching, the synergy, everything just came together. Tua elevated his game. Everybody elevated their games, and then we make a push. Now, some of y'all are going to say this is a pipe dream, right? But I'm actually speaking reality, okay? Because you can go from worst to first. We've done it before. We went from 1-16 to doggone 11-5 and made the playoffs. The same way we could do that because everything clicked. Granted, we had Chad Pennington in there and the Wildcat. But the same way that type of thing can happen is the same way that we can find ourselves being a great team where on paper it doesn't look as great, and we make a run. We make a run. We just got to strike gold. That's it. Tua can just have one great year, like Flacco. That's it. All he has to do is catch fire for 1 year, and we make a run. That's it. That's all that has to happen. It can happen. It can happen to any team. Just because all these teams feel like we're losing the arms race against have gotten better doesn't necessarily mean that we won't be the last team standing. All right? Now, it's not probable, but it's possible. All right? Deshaun Watson going to the Cleveland Browns? Yeah, it looks good on paper. Looks great on paper. Doesn't necessarily mean that's going to materialize into anything more than 8-9, 9-8. Doesn't necessarily mean that. All right? We have time. We put some pieces on the squad that complement and add depth. We have time to still get key guys in there. Let's see how it works. Let's see. Tua's working his behind off. Let's see what comes of that. Let's see what comes of Mike McDaniel. Let's see what comes of the offensive lineman that we invested so many draft picks in, early draft picks in within the last 2 or 3 years. Let's see what happens when you put it all together with great coaching on offense and defense and good quarterback play. Let's just see what happens. All right. That's what this video is about. I want y'all to take a step back real quick and understand that just because it doesn't look good doesn't mean that they don't know front office and coaching staff what they're doing. We got to give them the benefit of the doubt because this is their first year. Now, after this year, if none of that work, all right, this video was self-destruct. Now, I'm going to bring in the Man in Black thing and I'm just going to flash it like it never happened, all right? If none of that stuff work, then we go into everybody's head come next offseason and we want a new quarterback and possibly a new offensive and defensive staff. All right? All heads need to roll at that point, including Ross. But until then, let's give them the benefit of the doubt because it's their first year, only because it's their first year. If this was Flores, you'd see a whole different DP. All right? It'll be a whole different ball game. But it's their first year. We gotta let them coach, and we gotta let the process play out and see if everything can fall into place. All we need is 1 year. That's it. All we need is 1 year. All right. You want a Super Bowl? We're not gonna probably win multiple Super Bowls. All right. Let's see if we can catch fire. Let's see if Tua can become that guy, and maybe it's sustainable, and maybe it's not. But hey, if we got one, I'm chilling. I'll highlight y'all in the next one. Y'all already know what it is. Fans up till we die. Love y'all like when the mac and cheese and the yams touch on the Thanksgiving plate. I'll let y'all later.